Okay, so the internal order basically it is like if we compare, this is also one cost object, but if we compare internal order with cost center we are using long-term basis. That means regularly we have the cost center, any department, so that we have. Whereas internal order we are using for certain purpose or for more analysis purpose. That means we have two type of internal orders are there. First of all, this is one cost object where we can record the cost by using the cost object. So one is your statistical order, and one is your real order. So in statistical order, cost center is mandatory. That means if we are going to use the statistical order, then we need the cost center also. So that's why statistical order just for information purpose we can say. So for more analysis purpose, like let's say we have one department. It is controlling area. Okay, marketing department. Let me check any cost is there or not. Okay, you can see in marketing department already some cost is there, and let's say we are going to post some more transaction. Quickly, let me post one transaction. W202. Okay, so 16,000 cost is already there in this particular department, and let's say I want to post some new expenditure or new cost by using this internal order. Then we need to analyze what is the purpose. Let's say we have a client visit here today. Okay, and for this client visit we have various type of cost is there. So one is your, let's say, some travel expense. We have some documentation expense and other expense, right? So if we want to analyze what the cost we spent for this particular event or this client expense, client visit, and what is the benefit we are going to get it from here. So in that case, we if we obviously when we will post this transaction, your cost center will be there. So when you will consider the cost center for the total cost, your cost center cost total will be 7,500, and already we have some cost 16,000, so 23,500. But this 23,500 is not, we have not spent towards the client visit. Out of this, only the 7,500 we spent for the client visit. So when we need a specific cost analysis for a specific purpose of cost analysis, then in that case we need the internal order. Because if you go for cost center will give you a general view. That means total for this department we spent this much of cost, or this is our total cost. But for a particular department or a particular event, what is the cost we incurred, so that we are going to get it from the internal order. So internal order basically, if statistical order we are using for specific analysis purpose, but cost center is mandatory. So when you are going to use statistical order, it is for recording of cost, analysis of cost, and it is in this case planning is also possible, but cost center is mandatory. So that means we can say, if we are going to use statistical order, this internal order is statistics and cost center is real, because we are going to use two cost objects and cost allocation not possible. By using internal order, the month end cost allocations are not possible. So if cost allocation required, then we need the real order. Let me first complete this one, then I will come to this one. So I'm going to create a internal order. I'm going to create one internal order for this marketing, or for this client visit purpose. So for any purpose, you can create n number of internal orders. First, create one order type. And this internal order, very small topic, but it is used multiple times. You can use this in COPA, you can use this in any production settlement, anywhere you can use it. Internal order, order master data, define order type, order category, order type, 2-digit, settlement not possible. If settlement will be there, then through cost center, not through this one. Settlement profile not possible, take 90. Planning profile, take standard. Object class, overhead cost, save it. Number range not processed. Order created, W1 the order. One second, let me open the working.
Hey, Pradeep, can't see your screen anymore.
One second, I'm just searching one that working file.
Oh, okay.
statistical order W1. Now here we need again some primary cost element, but before that I need to change the field settings, because right now the field settings or the field status under field status variant for the cost element, where we have cost center is mandatory, but in this particular primary cost element we need costs that I mean cost center and internal order both should be mandatory. So first let me change the field status, because if I will continue with G004, then it will only ask the cost center. Maybe user can skip the internal order. So let me change this one. In fact, let me create one more field status group. So we have one is there, then four. If you'll see the four, cost center is mandatory. I need cost center and internal order both mandatory. So copy this one. Select copy G002. Anything you can take here. This variant was missing, so that's why that I have taken. So cost center or cost center and internal order both mandatory. Cost center required, internal order is also required. Now create the ledgers or primary cost elements. Traveling expense. Take the field status group as this one. Okay, other costs. Convert into primary cost element.
Pradeep, can we change the validity of the cost element? Can we change that? There is a
After
date
creation,
from. Yes,
like for example, this one already created, you want to change it.
that's right. Yes.
Not possible. After posting, it is not possible. This variety cannot be changed.
Okay. Fine.
Okay, it's not possible now. This period can't be changed.
Can you make it inactive if not needed?
Delete it.
Or I guess delete it or make it inactive.
Cost center inactive option is there. Cost element, you can delete it.
No, okay.
K04. This one.
Okay.
That means ledger will be there, but cost element part will be deleted. But ledger will be there. Ledger we can't delete.
Okay.
Now create one order master. Transaction code KO01. Order type. Statistical order type W1. Number range not created for this internal order. Once you created the internal order type, then create the number range. Number range for orders. Groups. It is there in the non-assigned elements. Select. So far we are using everywhere internal number range. Let me take here external. That means user can specify the number. So select. Or if you want, you can create a group and create the number range how we created in the cost center. For cost center, select this one. Now create the internal order master. So it's external. I can type anything as internal order. This is my internal order, or let's say it's order master. So I can take, let's say, marketing orders. Statistical order. So once you will select your statistical order, the settlement not possible. Only for recording purpose we can use it. Save it. Now I will post the transaction with two cost object, one internal order and one cost center. So post the transaction. One 1518. Now if I will take, let's say, only cost center. So let's say this is related to your marketing department. An entry required in the order field also. That means both cost objects are required here. One is cost center as well as internal order. So that's why I've taken that also mandatory field. Transaction posted. In this particular document, two cost objects are there. So if you see the document, see one cost center is there, which is your real, and internal order is there, just information purpose. Because if you are going to settle this cost, we will apply any of the settlement method what we discussed from applying the cost center. By using the internal order, settlement are not possible. So that's why we are saying it's statistical order. Now you will get two updates, two reports. One is your cost center report, case B1. So when I'm checking the cost center, total cost is 23,500. But all these informations are not relevant for my client visit expense analysis. So in that case, you need the internal order report, KOB1. Internal order information reports, line item report, KOB1. 7,500. Cost center report 23,500. Internal order report 7,500. So this is the difference. If you are only using cost center, then from this it is very difficult to analyze a particular cost or per particular event cost. So that's why along with this we have used here the statistical orders. Similarly, you can do the planning also, or you can let's say we can do the reposting of cost. Let's say 2000 cost I want to repost from one cost center to another cost center. So KB61 or KB11, whatever you can use, KB11 and also you can use KB61. And this option I will not use from cost center. This is also there in the internal order. Already we did this from cost center. Check internal order, actual posting, repost CO line item, repost line items, add the document number, this one. So let's say this 2,500 we transfer to another cost center. Let's say admin. So that means there is a change in the cost center. You check the new cost center report. Previously it was 23,500. Now it should be 23,000. Now it is 23,000 because 500 cost transferred from here to another cost center. But you will not find any changes in the internal order. Previously it was 7,500. Now even this allocation also, or this reposting also, it is still 7,500 only. There is no change. Okay, so internal order wise we can do the planning also. KPF6 internal order, then planning, cost and activity input, change from period 1 to, or let's current month only. For this order we are going to do the planning. Add your cost elements. $15, $18, 1518 to 1520. Click on overview. Version 0. Traveling expense, let's say 4,000. Planned cost, documentation expenditure 1,000, other cost 1,000. Now do the plan versus actual comparison. Info, reports, plan actual comparison, actual variance. Okay, so this is your actual cost 7,500. This is your planned cost 6,000. There is a variance in this cost because 4,500 is your actual cost, planned cost is 4,000. This one here it is also 1,000 documentation expenditure, and this is no changes there. So this is statistical order, which is very simple. Just for information purpose we are using. The real one is your difficult one. I mean, comparatively this one it is more important, because in real order we are going to use all these things. We are going to use the recording, planning, everything. So recording of cost, analysis of cost. Okay, along with that we can do the cost allocation. And in this case cost center is not applicable. So that means we can say when we don't have a cost center, then maybe we can use the internal order, real order. So here allocation or month-end settlements are possible, like how we used to do in cost center, from one cost center to multiple cost centers. Here also from one cost object, that is internal order, to another cost object, one or multiple cost object. That means, for example, let's say our company is going to participate in the any business event. So for this we have to incur various expenditures. Let's say advertisement cost 10,000. Then you have some stall rent, some other charges. Now total expenditure, let's say for 2 days event we spent this 16,000. Now where, in which cost center we are going to record this? We don't have a specific cost center to record this cost. It's because it's branding expenditure general we spent, not for any particular cost center. So it is not possible to specify the cost with a particular cost center. But as we are going to incur this cost, so somewhere we need to somewhere we need to record this cost. For this we can create one order. So create one order, let's say business order or something, and record all this cost by using this by using this internal order. And then your total cost, $16,000, which we recorded through various cost element, we need to transfer this to our production cost centers. But Here we are not going to settle as advertisement cost, stall rent and all. We need to settle this one through one secondary cost element. This is your order settlement cost or order settlement, and this is your secondary cost element. So in production cost centers, you will find as secondary cost element or settlement of cost, not individual advertisement, rent or something. So how we are going to settle this cost? Because it is not the cost center, so we can't apply any of the allocation method, assessment, activity or distribution, anything we can't add, we can't use here. So for this we have to create allocation structure, and we have to create the settlement profile. In allocation structure, we need to define what are the sources of cost, from where we will get the cost. So sources of cost, your primary cost element. Then where we will transfer this cost, because same concept can be used in COPA also or in production order also, anywhere we can use it. So allocation structure, by using allocation structure, we will define the sources of cost and where we will settle the cost. And in settlement profile, we will define what is the criteria and how we are going to settle this cost. So these additional two configurations required here. Otherwise, the same configuration once again we need to require it. So create the secondary cost element K06. Create one secondary cost element 10002 as order settlement cost. Cost element category. This is internal settlement. That means from controlling to controlling. In real order is your controlling and cost center is also controlling. Okay, in this particular event or in this particular what the cost we will record here. Here inter-order is there but cost center is not there. So I can't use cost center Z004. I can't use Z002 also. Create one more. Fill status group, where only internal order is mandatory. Internal order required. Cost center optional, order is mandatory. Create the ledgers. Advertisement expenditure. Fill status group. Also change this one. Not here. It is field, change the field status group. So, so three primary cost elements created. I think ledger created only. Yes. Other cost, advertisement cost, stall rent. Now create one allocation structure or maintain allocation structure. This allocation structure one-time activity, then in that allocation structure you can create n number of assignment lines. So create the allocation structure, and this one we are doing for month-end allocation purpose. Internal order, actual posting, settlement, maintain allocation structure. New entry. Or all cost. It's already there. Select, double click on assignment. So this one is for business event. Select, double click on source, add the cost element. One 15202 1522. And where we will settle this cost? We will settle this cost receiver category. We will settle this cost to cost center. If you are going to settle this cost by using the same primary cost element, just check here. But here we are going to settle this cost by secondary cost element. So that means all cost will be recorded through primary cost element, will be transferred to production cost centers. So that's I've taken receiver category cost center through the secondary cost element, and your secondary cost element is 10002. Okay, this is your allocation structure. Then create one settlement profile. These two related to COPA, leave it. Maintain settlement profile. Maintain settlement profile. Create one settlement profile. Settlement profile. let's say W10. Allocation structure W2. Default object type cost center. How we will settle this cost? Maybe through percentage. Let's say 60% cost we will transfer here, 25% cost we will transfer here, 15% cost we will transfer here. And how we are going to settle this cost? Through cost center. Where you will settle? Let's say you want to transfer to GL. So you can transfer here GL. But in this case, as it is CO, it is GL not possible. In ECC also not possible. In S/4HANA, you can use it from CO to FI. So here I have taken cost center. That means I will settle this cost with cost center. Document type SA. Distribution rule. Take anything here, the value. And we will settle this cost maximum within 3 months. These two additional settings we have added here. Otherwise, we will repeat the same. That means here again I need one internal order type also. Order type right now I don't have, because in this order type I need to add the settlement profile. Because earlier order type what we have created, that I can't use here because that is settlement not possible. But here we will settle the cost. And in this settlement, system will generate some internal document, because one document is posted in FI. This is your FI document. Then there will be internal settlement will be there. So for that, create one number. Maintain number range for settlement document. Search your controlling area. Repeat the old configuration. Create one order type. Order master data, define order type. The previous one what we created, we can't use here, because if you'll see here, we have selected as settlement profile 90. Either change it, continue, but I don't want to change it, because still maybe in future we have the statistical order required. So create one more. Real order type. Settlement profile. Just now we created something, settlement profile. What we have created, W10. Allocation structure fix. So same what we have created W2 we will use, but settlement profile we have to change it, or in future we need to create different settlement profile. Object class, override. Save it. Number range not processed. Even number range we can create from here also. Just click here. Select your order from non-assigned list. Select add to any group. Then create the internal order. One more settlement, one more number range is required. As in month end we need to create the settlement, so we need the month end settlement documents. Like we did the RKIU, RKIV. Similarly for here also required. So go to KNK. Go to groups. So in our group, you can see some number business transactions are there. I need one more for internal order settlement. So that is your KOAO, this one. This one is required. Select add to group. Okay, create the order. This is your real order. Order type W2. Previous one we have created W1. So take this as W2. So this is, take anything, let's say business event. July business. This is not statistical order. Add the settlement rule. So we will settle this cost to cost center. Receivers are, which cost center we will settle? We will transfer to these two production cost centers. Okay, 2%. So let's say 60% cost I will transfer here, and 40% cost I will transfer to another cost center. We don't have 3 here. I thought like third one created. No, 2 only. This one is not there. 60, 40. At a time 100% you can transfer, or you can transfer periodically also. So new internal order created. So let me add this internal order in cost element also. No need to manually select it. Here, like we can add the cost center, we can add the internal order also. So add the cost. Add the cost element. 1520, 4000. No need to add any cost object manually because already it is assigned. So you can see internal order should be there in line item. Okay, internal order is there. One 1521. Advertisement expenditure 10,000. $2,000. So now all cost recorded with your internal order, not in the cost center because it's only one cost object. So all your cost recorded with the internal order. 16,000 recorded here. And in month end, we need to settle this cost to production cost center. So run the month end settlement, KO 88. It is similar what we did the allocation earlier, only it's internal order allocation. Go to period and closing, single function, settlement, individual processing, KO 88. settlement period and posting period with test run execute. So sender here, processing completed. Sender is here, internal order, and receiver is two production cost centers. So sender is all the primary cost element 16,000 and receiver is the cost centers. Sender is internal order, receiver is primary cost element, so internal settlement. Remove test run, execute. So after this you will find this cost should be 0. This is 0 and we settle to by using the secondary cost element cost transfer to your production cost centers. Okay, so order settlement, let me add the date. Month and date, settle to production cost center, settle to production cost center.